What's up, Yappers? Welcome to another episode of Yapping Hours on your browser screen. Today, we're going to be talking about why whiteface is okay to do, but blackface isn't. All right. I just see on your screen, you got Drewski. He apparently he got invited to this NASCAR event in the VIP section, apparently, from what I've read. And so he's doing the NASCAR skit where, you know, he's makeup, everything's the southern stereotypes and everything, right? And people aren't a fan. There's some people who aren't a fan saying, well, if he could do it, why can't I do it? And the reason you can't do it is a couple reasons. One, because you're a regular ass nigga and you're not a fucking like internet celebrity or a comedian, for one. And for two, is because whenever y'all do blackface, you don't make fun of stereotypes, you make fun of a whole race. This is just making fun of a stereotype. That's what I say. I know these niggas like raise their eyebrows to the 45-degree angle, so go right ahead.
So status plays a part in this? Because you said that
Absolutely.
It's okay for him to do it because he's famous, but it's not okay for a regular person to do it.
No, I'm saying like in comparison. I'm not saying because of his status you can do it. I'm saying that people are saying that, oh well, why can't we do it? And it's like, because you are a regular nigga. If you had any schmuck just be like, hey, here's my blackface, oh no, I'm being gangster or some shit, they're gonna look at you funny. They're probably gonna beat your ass. But like Theo Vaughn, that's another guy who's like responded to it, and he's like, oh, let me like, you know, pop a Jerry curl or whatever. And people are like, oh hi, that's funny. But it's Theo Vaughn, it's someone like people know. It's not a regular nigga from down the street.
Can I put a pin in this real quick? Let's pause it for a moment.
Yeah.
I want to allow the audience to understand everybody's stance in this. Rainbow believes that it's okay for black men to do whiteface if they're, you know, established comedians. I believe is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, there's exceptions for both sides.
Hold on. Yeah, that's the exception if you're established for both sides. And then Krem believes that there doesn't need to be an exception. It's just blackface, whiteface. If one side does it, the other side should be able to do it, right? Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm kind of in the same boat too, where it's just like it should be okay if one side does it, the other side can't. Because I wish I remembered this article or this story, but there was a story a long time ago about some female who was going to college, 4.0 GPA plus, something like that, and you know, she had like a full-on scholarship and whatnot, and she made the mistake of doing whiteface or blackface. Sorry, it was a white girl. She did blackface, and her whole career was just like shut down by that. And she was unaware of blackface being bad, which
was she foreign?
No, she wasn't foreign. I think she was just like a regular white girl. And she lost her whole college run from that. And
I might have heard about this. What did she do?
This was a long time ago. I don't remember what she was doing. I don't remember what she was majoring in or anything like that. But obviously she's not in college anymore. And I think she was struggling to even find a job too, because she was all over the news and whatnot. And everybody thought she was a racist. And she tried to do everything in her power to like get out of that situation, you know, let everybody know like, hey, I'm not a racist, and I'm sorry I made a mistake doing the blackface thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody really believed her. Nobody cared to believe her. Everybody just looked at her as a racist.
Yeah, and we're just so quick to make everything about race, which is what I believe is a huge problem.
Right, and I believe honestly, I thought the whole thing was, honest to God, funny as fuck. I thought it was hilarious. And she apologized, and it's like, okay, yeah. And I even remember hearing that she'd had like black boyfriends and relationships and whatnot. So, you know, I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. And then you got Drewski who's doing it. And once again, I still don't care. But I think it's absolutely insane, you know, that he's able to get away with it. And then you got Rainbow here who's just like, I don't see a problem with it. You know, he's a celeb, he's famous. He's funny, and he's doing it for the stereotype. Like that, I think that's insane. That's ridiculous.
Okay, this is coming from a black man himself. I'm just saying, he might be a little light skinned, but he is black. So
Just gotta be. Let's not make it about race, but he is a little light skinned. My eye, like, all right, nigga,
No,
shut up.
I think for me though, like I'm a strong believer, like of like equal is equal. So like on some scale shit, like if we're looking at a scale, we're trying to tip that shit. If you want everything is equal. If a white person does something, a black person should be able to do it. If a woman does this, a man should be able to do it. That I'm a strong believer in that. You know how women are always trying to like say, oh, we want equality, but they already have equality. You know, Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm getting a
Oh,
little
okay,
too
gotcha.
deep on it. I'm getting a little too deep on it. But like honestly, like, I just don't understand the perspective. Like a black person does whiteface. It's funny, haha, guys. It's just a skit. A white person does blackface. It's racist. Why? How so? And it's like it's the same thing with the N word. Like black people say the N word every single day. It's just a part of the vocabulary, and they say it as the word bro. He's like, yo, what's up, my nigga? And they're in reality, they're saying, yo, what's up, my dude? What's up, my bro? A white person does it, a Mexican does it. All of a sudden, it's racist when they're literally using it in the exact same context as a black man would use it. So it's like there should be no problem with the N word. There should be no problem with whiteface, with blackface. If they're doing it for racist intent, yes, it's a problem. But if they're not doing it for racist intent, it shouldn't be a problem.
That is why I have the opinion that I have. That right there, what you just said. Because
Why?
if you take somebody saying like, oh, I'm gonna do blackface, they're not making fun of a stereotype. Now, if they're making fun of like a stereotype, it'd be whatever. But their intention usually isn't to make fun of a stereotype. It's usually to make fun of a race, right? Not every being a white boy kid is always being a hick, right? There's also the goody two shoes white boy. There's also the fucking like there's different white boy levels, right? There's different.
This is a wild take.
It's like when you go to an auction house to like auction off shit. Like there's your regular white boy. There's like the football player white boy, whatever.
Let
When it
me
comes to,
just
like,
cut you
black
off there.
people,
Can I just cut you off
the only
there?
skit- well, hold on. The only skit you ever get with black people is basketball and rap.
Let me ask you a question. Remember, what is the acceptable way of doing blackface?
I'm fucking
If
dead.
you ever watched Tropic Thunder, I think that.
But
That
that's an
one's
actor. But that's an actor. Like,
But then
it
that
has
kind
to
of
be
falls in-
actors and celebrities and comedians. They're the only ones that can do this.
No, I'm saying like,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Process
the
it for me, because
context
I don't
of-
fucking get it.
Look, it's just all about intent. Every skit I've ever seen for blackface is always the exact. Oh, okay, you know what? Take that
The
back.
intention with this
we said-
whiteface
we
swap
said-
is pretty bad, from what I can tell. Like, if I was white and I saw this, I'd be like, "Damn, that kind of sucks," you know. And then black people,
Yeah.
black people could get away with this shit, but we can't. Like, I think
You
you're
are kind of-
extremely biased right now because
Yeah,
you're
so I was
black.
gonna say,
and
like,
it
you
could
are
be.
being kind of,
But,
you are kind of being selective. Like, why is it? How are you to say he's not doing this with racist intent, but if someone else is doing it, they are? You get what I'm trying to say?
Because that's what typically is. Every white person that's done blackface has that not always been the case. Think about it. In every skit you've ever seen where a white person was pretending to be black.
The example that I gave earlier, the girl that was like the
That's
college
what I'm
student or
saying.
whatever.
What is she
The reason she did it is because she was talking to a black dude at the time, and the black dude said, "Nah, I don't date white girls. I only date like black chicks or whatever."
Oh, okay, I see why.
And then she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, well, let me go blackface so he could like be into me or whatever, or for a joke, right?" I think that's what it
Yeah.
had to do with. And then she did it. She posted it online, and then everybody's like, oh, "Why did you do that?" So it wasn't even to be racist. It was just to like, "Oh, I want to see like," it was one of those types of deals where it's like, "Let the world see me like if I was black" type of deal. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. It
But in
wasn't with
reality,
any
it was kind of
racist
like an
intention.
inside- Yeah, it also was kind of like an inside like joke type thing between her and her boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't even know if the guy was her boyfriend. I could have gotten
Oh.
the story wrong, but it's something to that effect. I could be butchering the entire story, and I
I
apologize.
think
to
I
people
think I
watching.
might be.
It's something to that effect.
Oh my god, I kind of like now that you're explaining it. I think I now kind of remember what happened. I think like the images are in my head, and I think she like it showed her with the guy, and then he said that, and I think she went away and came back.
We should move off this story because we don't know all the concrete details of it. We should move on.
Yeah.
But it's something to that effect that I explained. I just gave you an example though. Moving back to what we were talking about originally, I just gave you an example of it not being used with like racist intention.
Yeah, if what she was doing was like it wasn't like racist, like if her skit wasn't like, oh, I'm black and
Was it even a
I'm,
skit?
Yeah, if it was like a skit, it'd be kind of whatever. But I'm saying like most people when they do it, it's always let me be the most stereotypical nigga on planet Earth. It's like the thing we talked about before. We talked about this off camera, but with the whole fucking clanker shit. Like, what's up, my clanker? My clanker, like, it's shit like that. Like, the connotation is still.
This motherfucker
like,
really had to whip out the straw man. Let me beat up on clanker so it empowers my argument.
Rainbow, you know what you remind me of? You kind of remind me as if a woman just broken up with a man and they had, a personal experience with them. So now they label all men to be that way.
I tell you, I'll be women when we bring this.
No. But I'm being serious. I know I bring up women a lot. Whatever. Like because you saw like a couple of white men. Oh yeah, you brought it. You saw.
I know what you're
white
saying.
men. Now you're saying all white men's intent with blackface is racist, and that's how you sound like to me.
I agree.
But I've already sent an example of one that was like acceptable though.
Okay,
so shout
but
out
still.
to that. Like,
No. Okay, but still, like even then, like you're still saying that white people aren't allowed to do it, and then your words are.
They are. The issue is like. The issue
your
isn't
argument is always. Come on, let's be real.
Let me put it like
they've done it. Haven't they always been racist?
Okay, let me put it like this. Let me tell you how good this shit was. Remember how like people were talking about like this is like Robert Downey Jr. levels, like Tropic Thunder levels?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know actors like that back in the day. I legitimately thought he was black. Until after I was told.
I saw that movie as a kid.
Until after I figured it out, I was like, oh wait, he was white? God damn, that was good. That shit was funny.
So it's coming from like okay, you got to be a good actor. You got to portray my race respectfully. It's got to be done correctly. Like, is that what this is all about?
Yeah, more or less.
You might as well get to the point where you just say normal, average people aren't allowed to do blackface or whiteface. It's got to be celebrities and stuff like that. But
I mean,
and where me and Kramer are coming from, it's like, dude, that sounds ridiculous. Like if anybody could do it, or if celebrities are doing it, anybody should be able to do it. That's where I'm coming from.
But then the person you said where it was just a regular person. Look how they got fucked over. With Drewski, he does it like this nigga's still getting money anyway. Like,
yeah, he's not gonna get fucked over because you're right. Like the whole celebrity status thing, like people are gonna look at this as like, oh, he's a comedian. It's actually funny. But then when people who aren't comedians are doing things, it's like oh, whoa, racist intent.
Because look, let's put it like this: people in your friend group could say you're funny. That doesn't mean you're funny. We can also put it that way. Just because your friend group says you're funny doesn't mean you're actually funny, right? There's only so many people who could like get away with it. Even let's take the celebrities out. Let's take Juicy. Let's take Robert Downey Jr. Let's take all of them out. Yeah. There's not a lot of people who could do it and do it effectively. There's not.
I could. Yo, what's up, my nigga?
I can't wait for you to fuck that up. Like, because if you portray,
I'm not doing blackface.
If you portrayed a black person, what would you do? If you portrayed a black person right now, what would you do? Would you go to a basketball court and be like, "Hey, yo, my niggas, you want to shoot some hoops real quick?" Hey, would that be?
Why did you do the skit? Why did you do the skit for me? You jumped the gun a lot, Rainbow.
Exactly. I did the skit for you, and that's every fucking skit ever when it comes to someone portraying a black person. Let's keep it real. I've seen many skits like it. I've seen many skits like this.
You're proving my point again. You're jumping the gun.
Like this,
every person does this. That means every person's gonna continue to do it, like Rainbow.
Well, hold on. So Rainbow, you're basically saying like if you're gonna do blackface, it's got to be something that's not stereotypical, correct?
Yes. That's all I'm.
What is Drewski doing? I feel like he's doing the stereotypical.
No, sorry. Take that back. He's doing a stereotype, right? Because once again, not all white people are like this, right? He's doing a stereotype of a white person, not a white person.
But people tend to do the stereotype of black people when they do blackface.
Yeah. Very well.
Yeah, but why is it always niggas in the hood and niggas like playing basketball?
Because that's the stereotype.
And why is
we have other stereotypes too, my nigga.
So you want people to do blackface? Grim, are you paying attention to this? This is crazy. So you want people to do blackface of like a businessman, like a black businessman.
Yeah, I want.
Works at Chase Bank.
You know what? You know what I want?
But Drewski's not doing a respectful portrayal of a white man. This is a disrespectful. This is a disrespectful, stereotypical white guy.
And this is how people, by the way, see Southern white men. So it's kind of like what you're saying, how all people see black men. It's literally how all people see a white man. So what makes it any different?
You're so biased, bro. You're so biased.
So you're saying this is how they see all Southern white men, right?
Well,
but is that how they see all white men?
Rainbow.
That's what I'm saying by like stereotypes. He's making fun of a stereotype.
Right, and so do white people
of,
when they do blackface, which what
he's not making fun of white people. He's just making fun of the white Southern stereotype.
And when white people do the black person stereotype, eating fried chicken, watermelon, and you know,
yeah, but give me something better. Give me something better, bro.
So just because it's not funny to you, it's wrong.
No, this shit's funny.
You can't say that this is funny because you're black. You can't say whether this is funny or unfunny. Like, it doesn't matter. The guy's black. It means nothing to you.
Okay, so like I said, when I watch Drop of Thunder, even now, because I'm only saying Drop of Thunder just because it's like it's one I could think of. I always found that funny, and it's still funny to this day.
And I don't like that as an example either because Robert Downey Jr. is a well-loved, respected actor for everybody. Like, everybody fucking loves him. So I don't even think, even if he did blackface again, I think people would still be like, nah, that's my Robert Downey Jr. though. Like, shit, he can't do no wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's no fair. I don't.
Okay, then we'll say this. If, because like I said, we mentioned a little bit earlier, but with Theo Vaughn, and he made the tweet. If Theo Vaughn,
that's another comedian. That's another comedian just like Drewski.
Right, but you're saying like someone who's like well loved and respected. Not a lot of people like Theo. Sorry. Not a lot of people
for me and Crim, we're comparing it across the board, across all people who do whiteface, blackface. We're comparing it across the board. I don't give a shit who does it, whether it's a nobody who does it or somebody who does it. For you, you're only like only people that are respected and well known can do this
fine,
shit.
You know what? Let me open the floodgates. I'll allow everyone to do it as long as you're funny. If you're not fucking funny, you don't get to do it ever again. How about that?
Yo, what's up, my nigga?
Crim,
I can do it, guys.
Crim, yeah, there's makeup out there that'll let you like, you know, color yourself black or some shit. I got you, my nigga. I'll help you with the skit. I'll help you with the skit. Terrell, let's get our cowboy boots on. Let's get it popping.
Same thing with you. Like, if you wanted to do like some sort of Hispanic stereotype, I'm not gonna bitch and cry about it. Fuck it, you just did it.
Yeah, but you're gonna say if it's funny or not.
I don't think anybody would care, honestly. And you know what else is crazy too, right? Let's look back at this this samurai game. What was that Assassin's Creed samurai game where they did the Black Samurai, right? Which, by the way, I've heard a lot of stuff about the whole like Black Samurai story, and apparently it's all just made up bullshit, right? And yes, the dude who like even wrote the book of that guy, it's like a lot of made up bullshit. They have this Black Samurai, and a lot of the Japanese people were like looking at that stuff and basically saying like, we would prefer it if you guys would like keep it authentic. Like, we don't care that he's black. It's just come out and say that like it's not true and it's bullshit. You know, like Japanese people don't even really care about any of that stuff, and they kind of just let it slide or whatever. But whenever anything happens to black people, like if people disrespect black people in a certain way, we go in, we get heated, we get pissed off about everything. Somebody's got to get canceled. Like, you don't see how that's an issue? We're
offended by everything, ashamed of nothing.
Thank you.
Nigga, you.
Isn't it crazy
Aw.
how every other ethnicity, race, people out there, they don't really give a shit. They're just like, whatever, let it be. You know.
Yeah.
But when somebody does something with black people, we see red.
Yeah,
That is true. That's true.
You know, we used to be kangs and shit. No.
Rainbow.
Look. If you want to do it, by all means, you could do it. I'm saying that most of the time, not all the time, I'm not a woman, most of the time, it's racist. If a white person does it, if a black person does it, it's more of like the best stereotype, which happens to be this one. If the most funny stereotype was
This
like,
is so fucking
you know,
biased. It's so fucking biased.
Yeah.
and sure,
Rainbow. Also,
it is.
fun fact for our viewers: Rainbow is 50% white. I never see him defending his white side. He only defends his black side.
What? White people don't need to be defended anyway, nigga. Shut up.
Wait, you said white people don't need to be defended? Oh,
They don't need to. All right, now I was just saying some stupid shit. Look, comment section and the Crim, because he watches TikTok and that's where a lot of this comes through. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Find me a white person that makes fun of a black person doing blackface, and I'll give it the stamp of approval or the thumb of denial. If I find either one of them funny, defeats my whole argument.
They could do it, but the sad part is most white people don't want to do it because they know they would get canceled.
Yeah, they're gonna get in big trouble.
And the ones that do it will be way too extreme about it. Am I right? Am I wrong on that?
No, I don't even think they
People
go
who do it.
extreme. I think you just see red just like any other typical black person. You see somebody put black on paint on their face, it's like that's extreme. Like they didn't even do anything yet.
Okay. After this recording, we're gonna find the one with the one chick. I'll be the judge of that. How about that? All right. Since you niggas are thinking something completely different.
Oh, fucking dude.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know if this video is gonna start the race wars. We'll catch y'all later.